Amen. What it is, this is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Deem by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Deem by any means. Y'all see that heart with the like button? Y'all see that heart with the $? Well, that's the super chat. You can press that at any time your heart desires. But you know what you could do for me that's free? You can hit that like button. Please say it with me, y'all. I don't care if you leave $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated, y'all. They got a new excuse now. They got a new excuse now. And I'm starting to see it strictly, really, honestly, not even the Devin fans. It's strictly from Shakur Stevenson and Keyshawn Davis fans. And y'all making me sick because these are two fighters that I actually like. I just don't like them more than I like Gervonta Davis. See, the difference between me is I can admit that. Y'all don't hold your favorite fighter accountable for nothing. Shakur don't get held accountable for nothing. I haven't seen one guy that's a Shakur Stevenson content creator holding him accountable. Keyshawn Davis, y'all trash Tank for talking about he fighting old guys and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, y'all gave Keyshawn Davis full credit for Pedraza, a guy Tank beat 8 years ago. Dennis Berinchek, who got exposed to not be that good because he won his belt off of somebody else who is not that good, and Navarrete. They got a new excuse, y'all. I've been asking every Shakur Stevenson fan out there, if you are so confident that now, because of the knee and the draw, that Shakur Stevenson could beat Gervonta Davis, bet me $1,000. Not one Shakur Stevenson fan has took me up on that offer. Then you want to know what the new excuse is? Oh, damn, they not even going to fight. That's what you got people like Blunt Sports telling me. Damn, they not going to fight. And then when I say, "Lil, bet that then." Since you think it's all Tank responsibility to make the fight, you think it's never going to happen, then bet me $1,000 that the fight never happens. Y'all won't even take me up on that. That lets me know y'all don't believe nothing that y'all say. Y'all are just talking, and Blunt Sports is my guy. But I'm sorry, because not only him, a bunch of people has been making that excuse. Like my man Dante Hall. Shout out to y'all, but I gotta put you on blast though, my guys. Because I guarantee if I would have said that I got $1,000 that pad work beats Shakur Stevenson, I wouldn't have been able to get people to not bet me. If I told y'all I had $1,000 that pad work beats up Shakur Stevenson, he knocked Shakur Stevenson out. It ain't a Shakur Stevenson fan. Y'all would have learned how to bet then. Now that y'all don't bet people on the internet, like I'm just some guy that's going to just go away. Like people don't know who I am. Go ask one of the biggest Shakur Stevenson fans and Hassan, do I pay my bets? What's understood don't got to be explained. If you're not that confident in what you say, then don't talk it with your chest out. Shakur Stevenson gets to fight nobody after nobody after nobody, and y'all sit up there and hold the man's hand. And then you know what the excuse is y'all say? Well, he can't fight nobody if they all ducking him. But then when we say the same thing about Gervonta Davis, y'all say we making excuses. You can't have it both ways, bro. When we say the same thing about Gervonta Davis, that people are ducking him, y'all say, well, he still got to make the fight. Well, the other guys besides Tank, Shakur Stevenson would be the A-side too, correct? Ain't it on him to make the fight? Y'all say, how you going to get people on his resume when everybody ducking him? That's the same thing we say about Gervonta Davis. But then Shakur Stevenson fans that say we're making excuses. Just admit that you're biased, bro. I have no problem with people coming in my comments saying, Deem, I just like Shakur more than I like Tank. I don't really like Tank like that. Keep it real like my man Bullet Gibson do. Deem, I don't F with Tank. I'm cool with that. I can understand it then, but all of this, you a fake. You know, I rocks with Tank. I'm a Tank fan, but you don't never speak highly of him. And then you always find an excuse where Shakur Stevenson is right and Tank is wrong. Nah, we not doing that, bro. Keyshawn Davis said he was in negotiations with Gervonta Davis, and now is turning back and saying he don't need to fight. He ain't looking for that. He want to fight somebody else, and nobody is holding him accountable for that. Let Gervonta Davis has said he is in negotiations with Keyshawn Davis, and then right after that say he don't need nobody. He ain't trying to fight him, and this, that, and the third. But then you want to know what your other excuse would be? Well, Dean takes the A side. Okay, then tell your guy to act like he is. You can't have it both ways. You can't, when you want to deflect and put all of the responsibility on Tank, you sit up there and say, well, he the A side, Dean. Well, okay, then tell Shakur, Keyshawn, and all the rest of them to stop acting like they have any say so if he's the A side then. That's all I ask. But y'all don't have no consistency and pure bias. Shakur Stevenson, do you want to know his last 4 fights? Yoshino, De La Santo, Arthur, and pad work. None of that is impressive. De La Santos has not fought since he's fought Shakur Stevenson. And he called out Keyshawn Davis, and y'all don't have the same smoke. But Timothy Bradley and all of these other Shakur and Keyshawn fans was out here saying Tank got to fight De La Santos. Are y'all saying that Keyshawn got to fight De La Santos? Tank got to rematch Roach. But y'all was perfectly fine with Shakur Stevenson not rematching De La Santos after he's told my guy knockout boxing that he would. He literally lied and said that he would fight him, but then when somebody like me calls it out, you'll make another excuse for it. You got Shakur Stevenson out here saying he's accomplished more in boxing than Gervonta Davis. Your last 5 fights say the lie detector determined that is a lie. You haven't fought one person that could beat Ryan Garcia. You haven't fought one person I think could beat Frank Martin. You haven't fought one person that I think could beat Lamont Roach. And then y'all say, well, Jamel Aaron beat Lamont Roach. Did y'all watch that fight? He didn't watch Lamont Roach. It was a split decision. And that was Jamel Aaron's last great performance. Yeah, y'all, and that was 7 years ago. Lamont Roach hasn't lost since. What are y'all talking about? The double standards in boxing, and I'm getting tired of it. Don't talk to me about resumes and what Shakur brings. Shakur don't bring enough because guys ain't knocking down the wall to fight him. He's not selling out pay-per-views. He's not selling out arenas. And I like Shakur. I just won't lie for him like y'all do. Or move the goalposts or have a standard for Tank. And I ain't got that standard for everybody else. De La Santos call out Keyshawn Davis. Y'all don't hold him accountable saying he got to fight De La Santos. But Tank Davis got to fight everybody. Meanwhile, your favorite fighter don't got to fight nobody. Who is Shakur Stevenson fighting next? Is it Lomachenko? Is it Keyshawn Davis? But that's the standard you hold Gervonta Davis to. So if Shakur Stevenson fights Mark Chamberlain, am I okay to criticize him? If he don't fight a top guy, am I okay to criticize him? But you know what y'all say? Well, he's not only fighting him because everybody's ducking him. I miss me with that, bro. That excuse only goes for so long, and y'all been using it for 2 years now since he's been at 135. That excuse only goes so long. There's a time limit on that. Y'all talk about Tank never unifying. Meanwhile, y'all put no pressure on Shakur Stevenson to unify with anybody in his division. Y'all have a clear biasness, a clear double standard, and then y'all get mad when somebody like me calls it out. I'm going to call it out no matter how much I like somebody, fam. I don't knob gobble. Y'all knob gobble. Because anybody that says, oh, well, Dean, it's all on Tank, and they ain't gonna never fight. But then when I ask you, all right, well, then bet me that they never fight then. You won't even take that. That means that you are reaching. You're drowning, grabbing for water. You don't believe in what you say. You just like talking. You're not that confident, obviously, because there ain't a Shakur Stevenson fan, I believe, alive, that if I would have told him that I got $1,000 that pad work beats him, that you wouldn't have took that bet. You know why you would have took that bet? Because you would have been 100% sure that doesn't happen. I get it. That means you're not that confident that he just goes in there and beat Tank and all of this stuff that y'all say. You don't hold Keyshawn Davis to that standard. Keyshawn Davis literally has fought nobody. His best fight is Dennis Berinchek. That's his most credible opponent, Denis Berinchek. And y'all got a nerve to talk and run your mouth and say anything? You take Shakur Stevenson last 4 opponents, Gervonta Davis knocks all of them out. You take Keyshawn Davis last 4 or 5 opponents, Gervonta Davis knocks all of them out. The difference between them and Gervonta Davis, they didn't knock all of their last 5 opponents out. But you name any of their opponents up against Tank, he beats all of them, clearly. Washes them, run through them. Y'all keep being biased, I'm going to keep calling it out. Y'all already know what this is, dog. Deem, by, any means. And I holla at y'all.